What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to jump into hard mode faction wars. I already did my arena matches, so we have 18 keys to use on Ogryn tribe as well as Dwarf crypt. So the first stage of Ogryn is going to be place 20 poison debuffs. I got a question. Does Tuck placing poison debuffs count for poison debuffs being placed? I mean, you kind of would think it should because he's placing them. Doesn't say on enemies, so let's see if this works. So Tuck basically is going to place 2 per ally, or is it maybe 3? Let's see. He's going to place a few per ally, places 3 per ally. So let's see. Be pretty cool if it does. It does not. Plarium, you need to clarify where we need to be placing the poisons because this is false advertising. What's going on? Place 20 plus poison debuffs? Yeah, well, I did plenty, 15, and nothing happened. So we're gonna have to back out of this and go find an actual poisoner. So like with anything, when it comes to the factions, we're just gonna go Ogryn tribe. We're gonna go to debuffs. We're gonna go poisons. Make sure you're searching for vault and reserve vault because a lot of players are like, what champions do I have to use? And they haven't selected this. So you may actually have stuff in your reserve vault you just haven't paid attention to for a while. Obviously, Ogryn's gonna be an excellent option if you haven't taken a 60. I have a Gerda taking a 60 already, so I'll probably just use her. For the regular poisons, you have Occult Brawler. Occult Brawler is a good one because, well, kind of. He's an okay one. He has a poison there. He has some poisons there. But he places a poison on himself and then a random enemy. So maybe not the greatest. He has a long duration, so he's good on Clan Boss, but I probably wouldn't use him. I'd say that your best bet is just going to be Ogryn. Ogryn places AoE poisons, 2 of them. You're going to be able to get through this stuff relatively quickly. But since I don't have an Ogryn built up at the moment, we're just going to throw some gear on Gerda Bogbrew. Now, how I'm going to build this champion, it's for a faction war build, so I don't need to go super crazy with it. We're going to go accuracy and speed. She's a good champion. Well, she was kind of fun. Actually, to be honest, let's not get carried away. She's not a crazy champion. The reason why I was saying she was kind of fun is because this passive was interesting. Whenever an enemy receives a debuff, their turn meters decrease by 3%. I was thinking for a while, and I did a video on this, which turned out to be wrong, and I corrected it. But basically, Calvalax places poisons at the beginning of the fight. I was thinking that ideally, she would be reducing the turn meter, kind of working like a go first guaranteed team. But basically, the enemy doesn't get turn meter until after that stuff happens anyway, so you're not really reducing anything. But either way, she does have the 2 poison debuffs AoE. We have some more, I guess, debuffs here, more poison debuffs here after attacking. 80% chance of placing 2 poisons. Cool, so we have 2 skills that are placing poisons. So I just wanted to be fast. I'm not planning to use her anywhere yet. So what I'll do is I'll just throw in some fairly basic gear on her. We'll just throw in some pinpoint stuff. We'll need her later on, but basically, I'm going to be able to clear the waves here pretty easily. Some defense stuff, some pinpoint. Pinpoint's always nice to have because it's literally just, hey, an extra 10, 15 speed potentially, but a good chunk of extra speed. Whoa, quad roll defense. Dang, okay, well, accidental quad roll on pushing faction war hard. It's not a bad thing to come by. Let me know how today's faction wars went for you guys. And if you like these faction war check-ins each day, they're going to get a lot harder as we get further along. And maybe I start doing them on a stream. Maybe I do them for a video. Not really 100% decided yet. I'll probably do a lot of the builds. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we get closer how they change up and stuff. If you guys have more questions about specific rooms as we get further, also, of course, let me know. I'll happily help. Speeds. I want to get decent speed, but I don't want anything too crazy. Like, honestly, this is okay. It's a piece I'm not going to use on anybody else. It's a flat stat piece there. This is an empowered Gerda, so she's going to have more stats in general. It's going to be easier to, push those stats up. As far as the top 2 pieces, we have really good accuracy at the moment, so I wouldn't mind like an immortal piece for a little bit of extra HP, a little bit of healing, but I really don't want it to be anything crazy. I don't want to be getting, triple roll speeds put on this champion when I can probably use that on different champs. So she's 280. I mean, it's just how the cookie crumbles, basically. She get pushed up very high speeds. We could get even higher speed. Let's go ahead and put, I guess, Brimstone. I'm not going to be using her in the arena. If I was, then Lethal Dose could be cool. But since I'm not, we'll just leave it as it is. Not taking gear from anybody. She's just in a good spot. Here to place her poisons and move on to the next one. So now Gerda, are your poisons going to work? They sure better. So poisons on everybody, very nice stuff. Hers do in fact work, and it's going to be pretty easy to continue working through this. We have decreased defense on everybody. There's no real reason to try to place it again, basically. From Ugo, we have 2 Ugos, actually. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so not for sure what the condition was for that A2 to place poisons. Maybe I should check that out. Because our dude over here is going to be doing some pretty big damage. Big in with some big damage. So the conditions here, 80% chance of placing 2 5% poisons on all enemies without weaken. Okay. So if they don't have weaken, they get the poisons, which is obviously not a very easy condition to hit. They're most likely going to have weaken. We're going to go ahead and just try to get rid of these stuff. I don't have a revive champion on this team, so I got to be very careful and just not dying. It was a weak hit. Obviously, something I could have controlled there a little bit better. Okay, so she's getting a little bit low. She may actually die. Let's get rid of this dude. Let's go for the A2. Put another A2 just to get him lower in HP. And then I'll have to start using the Ugo's heals as much as I can, basically. All right, we good with the... Yeah, we got 20 poisons landed. Try to get rid of the Cardiel there. Not quite. This Ugo is obviously not built very well. We'll do this A2. Hopefully he has a stun on most champs. Got us cleanse. Okay, am I actually going to be in a rough spot? Okay, Gerda's a good champion for them to hit. No revive champion here yet. I didn't put one in the team. I didn't think I was going to die. All right, well, we died. The only way for us to revive is to... Let's get one of those Ugos taken out. One of them doesn't have gear, apparently. 301. 246. I'm actually quite surprised either one of them died, to be honest. But as far as revivers in Ogryn tribe, if you need a reviver champion, same thing. Come in here. We could actually go other effects, positive effects, revive. Pretty easy stuff, right? Now, Ugo does have a revive, but it's not really a good revive. So we're very limited on revivers, aren't we? I'm trying to think of another reviver in the Ogryn tribe. Not for sure. Obviously, Bellatar has a res, but you're going to have to be careful with this one. Some good control, good CC. Honestly, Maneater could be a great champion as well to throw in here. Let's check which Ugo's better. This one's missing gloves. This one's missing a helmet. Okay, so they're both a little bit stripped there. We only need one, though. We'll go ahead and throw one. Had a pair of crit rate gloves. That could be pretty cool. HP percentage could be cool because her heal is based on her HP percentage, right? So having that could be nice. So we'll go ahead and throw in the Maneater. And the +4 Ugo that has 6-star blessing, I believe, is the one I was using. Excellent. We'll put him in the... Nope, we can't. Doom Tower, Dungeons, Arena. Okay, cool. So none of them have an aura that's useful here. Obviously, there's going to be different champions that I use further along in all this stuff. But for now, this is what I'll be using. We'll just blast the Kaja. Because later on, I'll have to get into the Gurgos and things like that. But for now, we'll just run with what we got. Try to let these champs kind of cycle through their stuff because this wave isn't too threatening. Next wave, we'll try to have Gerda back around and doing some good stuff, basically. Boom, AoE stuff, very nice. Decreased attack across the board. This may be one of the more challenging rooms so far for a lot of players, I'd say. Ogryn Tribe is a difficult one for sure. Just because they don't have tons of great champions, I feel like, typically. All right. We need one more turn. We'll go ahead and place weaken on everybody. That's fine. If we end up killing them, no problem. Okay, good counterattack there. Just ending some of that stuff. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and go to the last wave here. Hopefully we've landed 10 poisons, I mean. 2 on each champion. 5 champions over there. As long as we land all 2 of them, we're good to go. There we go. We are good to go. So now we just speed through this. Set to full auto. Ugo's a beast, or Biggin's a beast. Very strong champion for the faction specifically, of course. And then Cardiel, make sure we finish everything. We're good. All right. 3 stars, baby. Yes. Okay, on to the next one. We got 2 of the faction war stuff. Okay, place 10 stun debuffs. Now, the trickiest part of this, obviously we have a champion who can do this, is going to be Biggin. But he may kill people. So I got to be careful with that one. So let's go debuffs. We'll go stuns. I didn't even realize he had a stun. I know he had a provoke. Ignatius? He's an A1 stun. Okay, that makes sense why I never even paid attention to his stun. We have Drakgul, which is a single target stun. We have Prundar, which is looks like a single target stun. And then we have this dude, which is also a single target stun. Honestly, if you don't have a good stun option, I'd say Bellower in a stun set would be very strong for you. Because one, it's just a good champion having a stun set. But two, it's possibly going to be better than having to use one of the single target champions. Bellower is a void affinity champion, so you should get more stuns out. But let's go ahead and see how this plays out. It's going to be maybe a little bit slow to deal with. We'll see. Maybe it goes fine, maybe not. Who knows? We'll try to play some weekends out there. Choose a single target hit. Because he's magic affinity, so it's going to be a little bit weird for sure. Being magic affinity, trying to place this stun. Has a 30% chance of placing a stun. Dang, okay. Well, let's see. We got 2 stuns out. All right, so basically, it's going to take a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. We're going to go ahead and go Bellower. We're going to throw him in a stun set, actually. Which this is something you guys could consider doing. That is saving a set in your presets for a stun set. I may have done that down here. No, I didn't. But it's something worth considering because you're going to have to probably switch some of this gear around. I should have plenty of stun sets. I can just leave them here because I'll need it again in the future. Crit rate would be fine with me. I don't need him doing a ton of damage because that is one of the potential problems is doing too much damage. I have other champions to make up for the damage. So I'm really just worried about the speed, basically. Some extra accuracy is good. He brings other debuffs. Some speed from the boots potentially, but let's pick up top row pieces. Because if I ever have to build another champion in stun, I would love to have a pair of speed boots that I could just throw on a champion easy and just continue the runs. So I am fairly limited on the stun gear. It's something that I just typically don't keep a ton of because you really don't need a ton of it. But at this point, we do need some. So then we have some speed boots we're looking for. Some cruel boots could be cool. Because I would like to have some damage. Some defense ignore would be fine. Okay, well, we don't really have any great options there. We'll throw these crit damage ones on. And then maybe some other crit damage pieces from somewhere else, basically. We lose 25. Okay, we lose 14. Triple roll speed. This is a decent helmet, though, to be fair. I may want to put that on somebody else. Triple roll speed on a 6-star. Let's see what else we have. Gain 6, we'll lose 10. Gain 1, lose 10. This is a little bit better for Faction War quality. Like, it doesn't have to be the best quality for Faction Wars. It just has to be able to get the job done. We have extra 12 speed there. Let's see what this hits. We'll take a 16. See what it hits. Maybe go some speed. It doesn't hit anything good. I should probably have upgraded that a little bit slower. This one's just not that good. Go ahead and throw on some crit damage pinpoint necklace. We'll get this one, taking a 16. Throw it on him, and then throw a ring with attack percentage. Have him 250 plus, hopefully, or close to it. Attack ring is the ideal thing to have. Let's throw it to 16. We'll just throw this on him. It's a 5-star mythical ring with extra HP percentage. Close to 250, not quite, but overall pretty good stats. With gear that's not going to be needing to be removed. We don't really need this. It's unfortunate, 900,000 silver, but I'm not going to be moving it around a ton just yet. There'll definitely be other factions where, I could have probably used the free gear reset there, actually. So here we don't need Gerda. We do need Bellower, though. Sorry, not, yeah, Bellower. And Faction Crypt's 15% extra speed. Good. So we're looking great now. So we got rid of Gerda. That's a champion who got rid of. No stuns here, unfortunately. Let's blast that champion, hopefully. Now, he can do decreased speed, decreased defense, or a block actives. We'll just do A1 block actives. Got this done on absolutely no one, which is something that definitely was concerned about. Dang, he is packing a punch. We got stun absolutely on nobody again. All right, Plarium. We're in for some shenanigans today with this Ogryn tribe room. Wow, okay. We probably don't even need the decreased defense, actually. Let's maybe not do that next time. Let's do a single target there. A1, give me some stun. Nope. Okay, we got 2 stuns. That's actually much better than I expected, to be fair. But he is hitting extremely hard. If I use this A2, it's probably going to kill some people again. It sure does kill some people again. We did get 2 stuns, though. Honestly, I think the best bet is just to have Bellower in stun sets and hope that he does the stuff himself. Unless you just don't have a very well-built Biggin, then it may be okay. All right, so here, I wouldn't mind them to take a turn. They have decreased attack on everybody. Let's see if we get some more stuns out. Okay, we got a few more. That's good. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So we'll just do that. And then we come back with... Thankfully, stuns only last the 1 turn here. It's actually helpful because they'll just be off the next time, right? We don't have to worry about them having their turn meter reduced significantly and then all of a sudden they're just never taking a turn. We can't apply the stuns because you can't reapply it and it count for this stuff. All right, we got some stuns actually landing pretty decent so far. Increased defense on everybody, so we'll take this away because I think he can cleanse. I don't really want it to happen. Block buffs. Block actives on most of the champs. Get another Bellower stun set going out here. Boost turn meter is great. I don't want to provoke on him. Another stun. Fantastic. Get some heals going. Ugo's going to be super, super important for this. Another stun. Good. 7. So we're basically looking at another lucky Bellower hit. Cycle through some Biggin stuff, basically. Really just no decreased defense can be placed here, basically. Give me a stun. Okay, good. We've got 1 stun. Okay, that's not very much damage there, which is good. Decreased attack on everybody. Okay, that's good. Excellent. I'll take the shield all day. Give that shield out, please. Nothing. No stuns there at all. The Biggin will not kill him, I don't think. Okay, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. We are good to go now. Decreased defense is out. Bellower's doing his thing. We can go ahead and just knock them all down now. It's no problem. But you gotta be careful though, because if somebody accidentally dies, like if you have somebody fall apart, not paying attention, the run can just be over. Make sure we're good. Yeah, 10 and we're good. Though I think even if I canceled it then, it'd probably still count, and we'd just be kind of screwed. Okay, place 10 plus provokes. Now, provoke champion's pretty easy to do here if you have Ignatius. If you don't have Ignatius, it's going to be, hey, Bellower in a stun set. He is definitely going to be the MVP on a lot of these conditional rooms because if you don't have Toxic, throw Bellower in Toxic. If you don't have stun, throw Bellower in stun. You can even do multiple Bellowers. Bellower's a champion. A lot of you probably have several copies of. Probably a high blessing form as well. But definitely a champion who's going to get some playtime here. So this Ignatius, let's see how he's built. 274, 554 accuracy. So we will go ahead and throw him in here in place of... Kind of could just do Bellower, honestly. But let's get rid of Siege Hulk because he may be doing too much damage, honestly. The issue with Ignatius, though, is he has long cooldowns, I believe, right? I guess not horribly long. Okay, so we got 3 provokes. That is not as many provokes as I was wanting to get. Definitely not. So we gotta get 10. We got 7 more to get. So we gotta be cycling his stuff. We have no cooldown reduction stuff in this faction, right? Not that I can think of. So it's really just cycling his A1s and hope to get back to him doing that A2 as soon as possible. I'm gonna have to do it once in this next wave, and then once again on the final wave. Block debuffs over there could be bad. Let's try to get her block actives, maybe? No. Let's go for a stun, possibly, on the Elva. Nope, decrease accuracy. Not what I'm looking for there. Steal her turn meter, because like I said, she could be the champion who makes this a little bit worse. Because if she blocks buffs, or blocks debuffs, we're just kind of in a bad spot. We'll hit him. Hopefully not kill these champs and place it on everybody. We have 2 provokes. What is his chance to land this provoke? Feels like it's 0, basically. May have to get rid of the Biggin, honestly. I think he's just making it too difficult to navigate. All right, so let's get rid of him. Could use War Mother. She's pretty intimidating. Get Siege Hulk back in here. And just basically A1 everybody down. Just have to do that. More or less. Let's try to get more than just a few provokes this time. Okay, we got 4. which is much better than last time. Elva right there. She's provoked, though, so we're fine. Obviously, we have the decreased defense. I want to go through the waves at a decent pace, but also be able to finish everything. It'll probably be kind of difficult to get through 2 provokes on 1 wave most of the time anyways. So it's going to be his A2 on wave 1 time, A2 on wave 2 1 time, and then wave 3 ideally 1 time as well. But we'll see how it works out. I'm not going to use a provoke on just 2 champions, right? I don't want to waste the chance of provoking 5 on the possibility of provoking 2. Especially since these are some force affinity. Now, Elva's magic, of course. But there's no reason to waste that. So on to the next wave. We have no decreased defense going to be placed here. Go ahead and provoke go out. Okay, we got 3. So we're at 7. So at this point, we just need to A1 spam. If he uses a skill, that's great for me. Perfectly happy with that. If I can get him back around to use this A2 again, I will use it again on this wave. Let's go ahead and block actives is perfect on Elva. That's exactly who I wanted it to be on. Dang, okay, so we're even just with A1 cycling, we're dropping these champs, which makes me not really want to. Okay, we can probably use it again here. These are tanky enough that I could use his A2 and probably be able to get back around to using it again on wave 3. Ooh, we just got to make sure we can keep him alive. Yo, haha, chill out there. Extra turn? We have a heal? We do have a heal. That was way closer than it should have been. Let's provoke the 2. Okay, good. Maybe we need like a healing mastery. Yeah, healing masteries whenever the life drink or whatever. So A1 cycle through everybody. I really want to just get extra turns back around to Ugo. We got some leech going, good. So he's going to get a little bit more HP. Stun set's good. I mean, stun set's good just for him in Doom Tower, Faction Wars, obviously. Anywhere, it's good for him. So we need 1 more provoke going off. I'm not going to place the decreased defense first thing. No reason to do that. We'll try to get rid of Elva, though. I don't really want her around. At least not controlled at all, basically. Decreased turn meter, perfect. Dang! Oh, no! No! I should have done a man-eater. No, I couldn't do that, actually. Dang! So, the Bellower has met his demise. Met his downfall. All right, so if we didn't have to... Dang, that's so unfortunate. Let's try this again, guys. This is some exciting content here, isn't it? It is cool, though, having, I guess, kind of in a way, having to be careful about your cooldowns. Okay, we got 5 that time. That's actually great. 5 right off the bat. Super easy. We're just going to do a chill cycle on the Ignatius. Everything's provoked onto him. Fantastic stuff. Hopefully, Bellower can survive this. If you need to put your Bellower in more tanky gear, cut the damage out of the equation. Do so. Definitely the most important thing is keeping him alive. If any champion dies, your run's just over because I'm actually going to build Bellatar after this. I will build Bellatar because for the future Faction Wars, I'm not going to be able to do this without having a reviver. What other revivers are in Ogryn tribe is something I'm going to look up after this. We'll check the index because that could be that will be an extremely important champion to have. Okay, so we're at 9 again. No problem. Though I don't really need to speed clear this. A single decreased defense up on the enemies is like such massive damage, basically. Thankfully, it's off of them now. Okay, block buffs. That is not at all what I want to see there. To be honest, block buffs is very bad. Good. Removes debuffs. All right, so we can just steal his turn meter. She's going to revive somebody, which is fine because we're just trying to get through the stuff now. If I can be off cooldown with Ignatius when we get to the next wave, That would be excellent. I don't think I'll be able to do that, unfortunately. Oh, wait, no, I will, actually. We're good. We're good. So I can just be off cooldown, basically. Do the A2. You decrease defense on some champs. Provoke, finish up the mission. Yeah, nice. And then Siege Hulk, just knock everybody else down. So now we can just put up some damage. Put the Unkillable up. They're not going to bother us. Do a little bit of heals. You know, a little bit of that stuff. And then HP burn. It's going to be weak hits. Force Affinity champs. Let's make sure we're good. Everything's good. This will be the last run for Ogryn Tribes. And 3 stars done. Took a little bit of time there. Definitely was a bit slower than I expected. Let's go actually check on what revivers are in Ogryn Tribe. Grimskin, no. Claude doesn't have a revive, right? No. Siege Hulk, no. Not that I know of. I mean, obviously not, because I was using him. Shatterbones, no. Seas. Gruckus, does he have a res? No. Galcut, no. I don't know if there is any. Is there any epic reviver in Ogryn Tribe? Let me look this up on Hellhaze website real quick. Ogryn Tribe Reviver Raid Shadow Legends. In Raid Shadow Legends, the Ogryn Tribe faction features a few champions with reviving capabilities. One notable champion is Senna Amberheart. Senna Amberheart is not at all in the Ogryn Tribe faction. What are you talking about, you AI? What in the world? Ogryn Tribe. Epic Ogryn Tribes. No. Not quite. Let's see champion instant effects. Where's Revive? Revive right here. View all champions. I think it's just Bellatar, honestly. Because Tagore, while he looks like an Ogryn, he is not. Ugo's is very conditional. Ugo does have a res, but she has to be the last living ally. So are you going to be able to do that? I doubt it. Revive target. There's no Ogryn Tribe. Oh, Gear Grinder. Actually, you may have to get him up. You may have to get Gear Grinder up. Revives a dead ally, 50% HP and 50% turn meter. If you don't have Bellatar, I think he's probably going to be important. So keep an eye out for this champion. Ogryn Tribe is going to be a difficult one, especially depending on what legendaries you have. As we get higher and higher stages, your champions are going to die. It's just flat out. They're going to die, and you're going to need a way to bring them back. So Gear Grinder could be a good one. I will definitely be leveling up Bellatar after this. So place HP burns. This is going to be an interesting one, because the champion who I can think of who does it is going to be Trunda, and she will kill everybody here. Obviously, we have Geomancer as well, which Trunda's not placing HP burns, by the way. She will kill everybody, and there will be no HP burns placed. Geomancer can. Brogni can. Are these all built well, though? 271 he is built. At least decent. 110 is not built. 262 is built. All right, so from there, we'll go Tormund, because I love whenever they burn and they get frozen and they just spams his skill. I guess we just go with the Newts. I don't know, because like I said, Trunda. If you want to take gear off of her, you can make her land the burn, but it's on enemies not under stun. Both hits deal 50% more damage to Stone Skin. I think I have a Trunda who's not built very well, so it's Trunda 2 right now. And then we'll throw in a Newt. Why not? I just don't see a situation where she's not one-shotting the entire wave, basically. So his A1 is doing the burn, but it doesn't even place the burn, unfortunately. We're going to reduce her turn meter a little bit. Okay. Let's go ahead and reduce Kaja's turn meter. 1 burn. Yay, we got 1 burn off. Fantastic. Oh, we got some burns. We did it. We did it. Oh, my goodness. Trunda actually didn't kill everybody. That's fantastic. She's missing an HP percentage chest plate. I'm actually quite surprised. So now, can we go into the second wave and actually not kill everybody again? If Tormund can freeze them, then we actually have a chance of doing, well, less damage and not getting them to die from Trunda's AoE. That is a big plus that of having Tormund, actually. This is a chance to freeze. Get some good freezes out there. Oh, we have a long cooldown on the A3. I forgot about that one. Weak hits? Man, I'll take those all day. Well, not when I want to place the burns. I don't want to take it then. Can I get a burn on her maybe? Nope, no burn. Reduce some turn meter. Steal all the turn meter, basically. We do have low HP, which, of course, I can buff up with Brogni. The only issue is, if I buff, he is going to make Trenda hit super hard. Of all the champions I could have hit just now, I hit the wrong champion completely. I'm a little bit hesitant to even 5 burns already. Okay. Brogni's not placing burns like he should be. He's a little bit slacking on me. This is going to be a very risky play. If Trenda goes in with the HP burn, she will kill, I feel like, some champs. Unless they have freeze on her. If they have freeze, we may be okay. If I can get some freeze on these champs. 1 burn. I don't think I can do it. I mean, she'll survive, right? Is it 6? I have to place it on so many champs. Oh, do I do it? No, I can't. It's too much damage. I can't risk the 3-star like that. All right, we'll go. Instead of this, we'll have to go Molly, I guess. I could throw another Geomancer in for a few more burns. But Trenda did okay. Let's see if we can get her to not kill somebody again. And basically, we'll hope for Brogni placing some burns as well. He places them from that A1, though, so we may eventually get some. Provoke, just so they don't do anything crazy. Not a single freeze was placed today. And then Trenda doing this A3. Kills everybody. GG's Trenda. So basically at this point, wait, Molly, does she places a provoke, doesn't, or a burn, doesn't she too? Or she at least does more damage against targets under burn, which is pretty cool. 2 burns placed. Fantastic. What is his burn chance anyways? Okay, we got 1 champion frozen. Good. Okay. Some more freezes. Really having to pump the brakes on these fights, though. Wow, what is his burn chance? 45% chance of placing burn. I don't feel it today. There we go. We got a burn. Single target burn. Very nice. Provoke him. No burn there. Now, does Molly place a burn? That's my question. Let's get a weak hit on him, maybe. Dang, 75,000 damage. She just does more damage if they're under burn already. Boom! 5,000 damage. Something to be scared of, guys. Something to be scared of. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this right now either. I might have to take some gear off of her for sure. All right, Trenda. We're going to have to do a little bit of emergency gear removing here. So remove this piece. Move that piece. Put some speed boots on. Oh my goodness. All right. She should be good now. We should be able to place the burns and be fine. It's just that she does so much damage. It's hard to make that happen. So we have 1 burn there. Provoke everybody. She should be good here now. There we go. Bunch of burns placed. Fantastic. And of course, it takes a while to get back to that skill. We have 5 burns placed. Very nice job. Another 1 placed? Yeah, 6 burns placed. Cool. So we're good now. We're good now. So if you have Trenda, it's going to be a little bit easier. You're going to have to take some gear off of her. A lot of gear, actually. But if you don't have Trenda, it's just going to be slow. Really, it's going to be Geomancer. Just Geomancer placing tons of HP burns, controlling the turn meter. You can do it. It just takes a while. It's going to be slow. It's going to be a little bit monotonous, but it's going to get it done for you. And of course, there's always the stun set. Though, no, sorry. There's no burn set. Never mind. You could use a stun set. It's not going to do anything for the burns, but you could use a stun set. You could, in fact, do that. Boom. Okay, good. Trenda's not killing everybody this time. Fantastic. Let's see. There we go. Another burn placed. 9. We just need one more burn and we'll be good. Boom. And let's see. Steal that turn meter. Provoke everybody. We're good now, right? Yeah, we're good. See, she almost killed everybody with gear missing. She would have obliterated everybody before. My goodness. She would have destroyed everyone. 5-star speed glyph. Very cool. All right, so we have 2 more. Place 10 stun debuffs. Well, you can guess who's going to be here. But you could also go with a stun set, like I said before, on a champion like Geomancer. Very strong there. AoE stun on Goffred. Hey, sure, let's throw him in here as well. Not a bad champ. We'll give him a shot. So Trunda, of course, AoE stun. At least has a chance to do the AoE stun. Goffred doing the AoE stun without killing everybody. Both good champions. Now, not under stun, both hits of the skill. Okay, so 70% chance of placing stun. Let's see if we can get it. Got a few stuns. If they get a turn, Goffred can just do it next turn, basically. Let them take the turn. Him cycle around. Get his stun off in just a moment. Hopefully he doesn't kill anybody. He shouldn't. They are all force affinity, though, which is kind of crappy. All right, a little bit more stuns. Good. 4 total. He's going to be a much safer option to do these stuns, though, because Trunda gets a little bit carried away, as we already saw. I think she places an unkillable, right? If we could just not kill her, that'd be pretty cool. She places her shield instead and gets frozen because of it. Not a smart idea there, champion. A1 spamming away again. All these weak hits. It's like they know, okay, Trunda and Goffred can place the stuns. What we're going to do is we're just going to put force affinity champions in these waves so that you never get a non-weak hit, basically. You only get weak hits all the time. All right, more force affinity champions. That had to have been planned, right? Go some stuns here. Got a few more. 7. Pretty easy stuff. Not going to go that skill. Don't need to do it just yet. Honestly. We'll just have Trunda try to stun this dude. Or any of these champs, honestly. Okay, just a weak hit? Yeah, that's fine too, I guess. We'll have him do the stuns on this next wave, and it should be able to clear everybody out. Of course, if we die, we do have Molly here to pick me up, which is great. Oh, the weak hits all the time. Beautiful stuff. Love getting weak hits. Boom. And last but not least, let's see if we can kill this wave relatively quick. Not going to use that just yet. Maybe a stun? Nope, no stun. But Goffred's coming in with them. Nice. Pretty easy stuff. Much quicker than before. 10 out of 10. Now it's just killing the wave because we already did our missions and we just got to kill them. Should be able to turn it on auto and be fine. We'll see, though. Have Trunda target this dude over here with her A2 skill. Boom. Doesn't hit as hard when you're naked. When you got no gear, the skills just don't do as much, right? Just don't do quite as much. I got a feeling, though, today will definitely have been the harder of the faction wars over the last few days for most players. Specifically Ogryn Tribe. Balancing the damage versus the conditions being met. And keeping your champions alive. 3 minutes here. Definitely taking longer today. Yesterday took me like 23 minutes. Today's taken 40 minutes to do this. Wow. Stage 3, place 10 provokes. This is actually extremely easy. Just Molly. Just needs to be Molly. Now let's go ahead and put this Trunda back into her build. Zeal Trunda. Is this the Trunda I actually use Zeal on? No, it's okay. What's going on? Why is it saying this other Trunda has the gear, but she doesn't? No Trenda has this gear. No, actually, I already do. Never mind. I'm wrong. I am wrong, actually. Put that back on her. So we just placed the provokes from Molly. She'll place them all. Easy stuff. Just places. Nothing more than that. We'll just do some A1s here while they sit through their provokes, and then we'll just do the A3 and hopefully kill everybody. I was worried about it before, but I shouldn't have to be worried about it now at all. Should be pretty smooth. Her cooldown's super low as well. It's a 3-turn cooldown, I guess. 3-turn cooldown, pretty easy stuff to deal with. I could have put in a bit more aggressive champions as well here. For sure. All right. Definitely could have put a bit more. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually take out this Goffred, because I don't want to be here forever again. Let's take out the Goffred. Throw in a Newt. My best Newt, actually. My best Newt that I have. He's the one in Merciless, plus the new Relic Chimera one. All right, so we have 4 there. Okay, so we got to kind of go slow here. Let's do the A1s on these targets. Love to land a provoke from Torment on everything. Oh, wait, we have double champions doing provokes. Duh. I completely forgot about Torment doing provokes. He's just chilling over there. When can I get my turn? And he was a champion who you were able to get for free not too long ago, right? Like a year or two ago during Christmas? I guess 2 years ago during Christmas. You were able to have gotten Torment for free from a Titan event, I think it was, which is awesome. So hopefully you guys all got him. If not, like I said, you can just throw your Geomancer into a provoke set. But yeah, so it should be relatively easy for a lot of players to do this. Do the A2, hopefully it doesn't kill everybody. There's a small chance that was to kill anybody. Okay, good. We're finished it with that. Fantastic. Drop some bombs and we're good to go. So now we can let the champs run a little bit. 3 stars. Good to go, guys. All right, well, almost an hour later doing these shenanigans. These rooms were definitely much more you had to pay attention to. They ended up being relatively short, but you definitely had to manual it, or at least I did, and watch the stuff. Because if not, the conditions were just not going to be met. We're only at 9 stars on each thing. We got, what, 60 to go? Or not 60 to go, but 63 total. So that is a lot. That is a lot of keys. Tomorrow, though, we have Orcs, we have Barbarians, and we have Sylvan Watchers. So Sylvan Watchers, Barbarians, Orcs. It's going to be an interesting day for sure. Very, very interesting. But we'll see. I'll check back in here with you guys tomorrow and showing how this goes, how easy or not it is. But today's was definitely much longer, much more difficult. Well, not difficult, much just had to be mindful of more things and had to keep the champions alive. Ogryn's was the hardest part, was keeping champions alive and making sure we got to the end safely. And Dwarves, the hardest part was making sure we didn't kill the champions before meeting the conditions, which is the story of hard mode faction wars so far. Either way, guys, thank y'all very much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for some more content coming very soon, and I will catch you all in the next one.